Ladies and gentlemen, this is General Anthony, CH Melchett, and tonight here we're going to be looking at the secret weapons customizations. These customizations are going to help you guys optimize your weapons so you can get the most out of them in any situation. This is probably going to be a video that is most useful for all you new people, but hopefully if you're more experienced out there, you get something out of it and there's a few tricks in here that you didn't know about. These customizations is something I've picked up on after a long time in the game where you always try and get the optimal out of every weapon. There's probably gonna be something in there that I didn't know about, so don't be afraid to put that in down below and let me know if I missed anything or is there anything that you would do differently. That is it for me, and I'll talk to you all at the end of the video. Okay, here we go. So what we're going to talk about here is the weapon customization. First gun we're going to look at is the AK here. And the specific one is the Type 56. So we have different types of AK here. The AKM is not that relevant, but the Type 56, 56-1, whatever you prefer using, I prefer the 56. So normally when you use your gun, you can see here that the ranging is set at 100. So with this gun, you're gonna sometimes, as you can see here, when I try and track the target, it sometimes disappears, and it's, you know, when you come up on a target here, it can be difficult for you to actually acquire the target here. So the trick here, the customization is, you scroll your gun up. I like using 600. Some people like using 800, but the trick here is that instead of using the sight you're gonna miss, you're simply gonna use the top part of the sight ring right here. What the 600 to 800 meter ranging is going to do is it's going to give you a better battlefield awareness. It's going to give you the ability to track any target. It's going to give you the ability to see what's going on, and you're not going to get sucked into the sight picture and lose your battlefield awareness. And this is absolutely crucial for high performance. You really must trust me. This is going to take you a bit to get used to it, but that is probably the greatest thing you can do for yourself when you're playing with the AK. The next gun we're going to take a look at here is the DP. So DP is kind of special. There is some features. First feature is you can kind of keep an eye out how much ammo you have left. So look at the ring on top of the magazine that spins around while you're actually shooting. This is an indicator of how much ammo you have left, basically. So look at that. It's done. So that's the first part. Second part here is, as with the AK, your gun starts out at 50 meters here, and sometimes that can be somewhat difficult to actually use. So I recommend you put it up to 100. This means that at basically all ranges, you're gonna be able to easily engage. So put it at 100 and use it at 100. Next gun we gotta talk about here is the grenade launcher, or the rifle grenade here. So when you're using the rifle grenade, if you just use it like you pick it up here, you see it has a tendency, or it will drop straight down. The trick is, if you want to run and gun with the grenade launcher, you sit it down and you scroll it all the way up to 260 meters. And that means that you can actually, let's say that you're coming in here and you're running here, you can actually easily start putting rounds through doorways, and that you cannot do, because if you try and do that at a 50 meters, it will basically just explode in front of your feet, and that doesn't work that well. So roll it up 260. Thompson submachine gun, one of my favorites. Again, you're gonna have this problem with actually tracking your targets again here. So while tracking your targets with the Thompson, what I recommend you doing is, I recommend you to actually scroll it up a bit here. I'm just gonna reload. So what I recommend you doing is pop it up and pop it to 150. So you can have it at 50 or 150. So what we're going to be looking at here is the MAT49. There is the French version, the one I got here, and the VC version. Which one you pick doesn't matter. But what we're going to be looking at here is the side picture. Again, you know, horrible side picture. You can't see anything. So the trick is, again, smack it up and have it at 100 meters. Gonna increase your ability to use this gun immensely. So again, make sure that you aim, of course, center, and then it's gonna be no problem whatsoever. So again, here we got another trick up our sleeve. We got the folded stock. So the trick here is, when you're aiming this, is that nut you can see that holds the rear aperture. You just aim just above where that nut on the side of the gun and the rear aperture meets. You're gonna have a lot more recoil because he's not having the stock in his shoulder, but you're gonna be up super fast with the gun. So if you go in and have some of these close range engagement. So we're gonna take a look at the DSHK here, and it's actually pretty simple. So normally when people are shooting at shit, helicopters, people, they go down the sight here, and it's very difficult actually to acquire what you're shooting at because it disappears in the sight picture here, even if you're tracking a helicopter. So what you do, you set it all the way up, maximum range, and then you use the tracers instead. So that's why the tracers are there, to identify target, to make it easier for you to identify where you're hitting. So when you get on the gun, aim down and go all the way up, and then just use the tracers to acquire your targets. It's a lot easier, and it does so that you have a lot better battlefield awareness. So yeah, that's very important. We get here to the final gun, the MAS-49. The MAS-49 is a beast of a gun, but it has a reload bug. The same thing that happened in RO2 with the Gewehr 41, where you, by reloading stripper clips, can get into this cycle of doing like eternal reloads. So the important thing when using the MAS-49 is to make sure that you empty the magazine. It's a lot faster. So when you're in an engagement, make sure empty the magazine, do a full reload. Don't get stuck in these endless cycles of you keep loading in stripper clips. So make sure empty the gun and then reload a fresh mag. So yeah, guys, that was it for me. I really hope you found these little tricks here useful, especially for all your new people. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know what you think down below. What is your experience? What do you think? Do you have any little tricks up the sleeve? And please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share it around, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.